Hey everybody, welcome to day 7, first week of Mendelssohn's Opus 67 number 1. We're going to move on to one of the more difficult sections of the piece today, but since it's our first week, I want to recap what we've been doing for the past couple days. We've been working on this middle section, so I want to play it, see how it's going. So not bad there. This next section is pretty difficult because this little bell pedal point tone comes in. And there's a lot of interesting choices for fingerings in the left hands with consecutive fingers. So I'll play the left hand first. 1, 1. Now this is similar to what we were doing earlier. Something like this, where we're playing 2 consecutive thumbs in the row for the sake of having the second shape completely in our hands. So the first is just an E flat major arpeggio, and then it goes to a broken arpeggio of an E flat inverted triad. So we play thumb, thumb, instead of doing something like this, crossing over, which takes us totally out of position for the next 4 notes. We're playing 2 consecutive thumbs in a row, so we can have that again, start again playing on 5. 2 consecutive thumbs. 2 consecutive thumbs. Here's a little division between the right and the left hand. The line, because I'm playing this bell tone up in the right hand, you'll see when I put the hands together, I've just taken a couple of notes from the right hand line and put it in the left hand. Oh, that's a big one. Here we have a similar thing to what was happening before, which is like an octave leaping into some kind of arpeggio. Thumb, thumb. That happens a couple times. Now what's interesting about this moment here, we're rotating over our thumbs to play 1, 2, but so usually if we were rotating over our thumb and then playing back to the left, we'd rotate to the left, but because we're rotating over our thumb and playing an interval, it actually is kind of like a hybrid rotation in that we're rotating over and then rotating to the right again because intervals rotate towards the thumb. Right, left, right, left. So it's just pretty much just a double rotation. Octave to another 5. Octave. And there's a good place to implement the closest note technique. I'm playing a 5 on G into an octave, and that's a leap of a tenth, but the closest note is actually going to be from my 5 to my thumb. So if I think about that, it makes the leap feel a little little bit smaller. Again, closest note, E flat, 1 on E flat, 5 on F. So this last passage here, the last 3 measures of the piece in the left hand, five, 5, 1, 1, 5, 5, 1, 1. So the right hand, this is starting from measure 23, the pickup to 23. It's difficult because we have to manage this bell tone. Right, 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 right. So I'm going to try putting just that much together. I've worked on this a little bit off camera, and it's challenging because both hands are playing a lot of leaps and there's a lot of consecutive fingerings happening. So here, coming down. So it's really important to feel 1, that's a really solid moment to feel. 2s together. And then I'm playing another 2 in the right hand. And I don't want to linger on this 9th because I'm going to be going to a 2, so I want to be off it, not only because it's a stretch, but also because it'll help me get to the next note quicker. So this is starting from 23. So the right hand really is doing this, this, then that. So it's pretty leapy. A 10th down to an E flat. And you'll notice when I go, it's left, right, left, left, right, left, left, left. Let's try that again. See, if I were to play that, I couldn't get that in there, so I'm dividing it. That may not be optimal, but it's what I'm going with right now. That's kind of a... See, you need to come out a little bit on the 5 to get to the G comfortably, because where you're too, well, I guess I could play this a little bit more out. 5, 3, 2, 1, 1. Coming back in. There's a lot of really challenging spots in this section. Let me pick it up from where I was. I think the hardest is right here, because I have to leap in the right hand. I want to focus on that moment again. In the left hand, I need to shift over here so I can get that. And then right, 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 left. And I'm using the rotation. Between 5 and 2 it would get a little bit crowded, but if I use the rotation, I can get the other fingers out of the way, place my 2 there, and then release my 5 to where it needs to be. Let's do it one more time and then we'll wrap up. Right, 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 right. So this is a great piece if you want to work on left-hand arpeggios, especially in E flat. We're 1 week in, and hopefully we'll keep on making progress. We should have most of the piece put together in the next couple of days, and then we start refining it. So we'll pick it up tomorrow, guys. Thanks for watching.